Okay, it is now Friday, February the 11th, and we just returned home after 18 days at my parents' house. When you looked at the before pictures, you know that we were packing up and getting ready to leave to have Love It or List It come in to redecorate the house. What you're currently looking at is the brown door that was at the beginning of that last video, the before shots. This is my indoor into my house. We're going to try to follow the same path that we did on the before video so you guys get an idea of exactly how extensive the work was and how, drastic a change there is in here. And like I said, the first thing you can see is that our front door, which used to be a brown color, has been painted white, and that looks pretty good. Now remember, as we turn this way, there used to be an opening right here that used to go into our living room area. Well, now what you actually see here is, I'm trying to scan it because this is huge. I don't know if you can even get an idea on this video, but this is actually a closet that they have put in for us. And I'm going to open it up in a second, but this is huge. This actually goes from floor to ceiling. It's got, like, so you can see there, those are our boots on the floor, but it's got some drawers at the bottom for hats and gloves and whatnot. Now I'm just going to move a little closer and then I'm going to get a far look at this, but we have put some of our jackets in here already, and I'm going to try and back it up here a little bit so you guys get an idea. But this thing is actually massive. Like, you can see my jackets, which I'm a pretty tall guy, are hanging on the top, and Winnie and Emily's are at the bottom there along with some bags and whatnot, and this thing is just massive. I mean, there's so much closet space here now, it's not even funny. Okay, so I'm just going to close this back up in case Winnie comes home. I don't want her to hit her head. But that's where the opening used to be. Now this space here, what we're looking at right now, actually at one point in time used to be a wall, and that had 3 closets on it, and you remember those from the last video. I'm actually standing in the dining room right now, and we are standing in a full open concept main floor on my house. As we move across, we are now moving into the dining room area. This is sort of where my old chair used to be, and then our old couch was against this window. You can see the frilly, lacy curtains that used to be there, and the shears are gone, and they put in a gorgeous blind. And I'm just going to pan around here, but you can see they've done a complete paint job. You can see the artwork up on the wall there. It's just absolutely beautiful. They've got a new couch in here for us. You can see a new rug. That's our little coffee table that they've put in. This is some plants and some decorations and whatnot. If we look at it from this side, you can see there's a new lamp that's been put in, and we keep following it back around, and what we've got here is well, that's my TV that they've actually just put back into the room for me. We've got a whole new wall unit in here. This area here where the pictures are, in the old house, or when this house was before it was redone, this actually used to be where my 3 DVD racks used to stand, and they were pretty tall too. They went floor to ceiling, and they used to hold a whole whack of DVDs. Those racks are no longer in this room, as you can see, but you can just get an idea of how extensive the changes in here. And honestly, unless you're here to see it, it's actually really, really difficult, but you can just imagine the changes. And taking a look just up at the ceiling real quick, you can actually see that Love It or List It all the way through the house, or at least on the main level I should say, put pod lights in all over. So where we used to have no lighting in here whatsoever, we now have tons of lighting. Now as I make my way around this part of the room and scan this direction, basically what I'm pointing at right now is our dining room area, and we're going to go into that a little bit more in a second. But if you remember, when I was stood here the last time and pointed this way, I was pointing right into a wall, and this room was closed right off. And this area here was the doorway from where my front door was. You came through and you entered into the living room. So all that is gone, and this is now a completely open concept. And even as I stand here in the living room area and I scan across, you can actually see my kitchen. The entire area has been completely opened up. It's absolutely beautiful. As we walk across here through what used to be the old wall and is now gone, you can see that major changes have been made to my dining room space as well. First thing is that ceiling fan I mentioned in the last one is gone, and they've put in a brand new lighting fixture for me. This is the corner, or if you remember on the before videos, I was standing right about here and I was pointing at the floor, and Winnie was doing her packing and we were getting ready to go to my parents' house. Well, now what they've done is they've put a brand new, just absolutely gorgeous dining room table in for us. And what they've done is, in my old house, or in the old way the house was set up, the dining room table was actually turned in the other direction. Those are the windows behind us there. You can see the new blinds that have gone up. And they've turned the table the other way in order to be able to sit more people in and actually given us a larger table. This corner here where the plant is used to be where my hutch used to be, and then where I was pointing out before, the hutch and the wine rack and the old Graco box, all that's gone, and you can see they've opened up the space completely. And this sidewall here, which actually used to have a picture on it and was completely otherwise empty because our table was running the other way, they've now put a storage unit in here, like almost like a little closed up hutch, and that's where our dishes and whatnot are, as well as some decorations and whatnot here as well. And then I'm just going to pan across a little bit here. You can see those are my stairs that go upstairs, and then there's the door right there to the bathroom, which we'll go into in a second. But you can see like this whole area is completely opened up. Now I know we're doing this a little bit out of order because the dining room was the last thing we saw, but the flow right now, the natural flow is to just go right into this dining room from the living room because it's a whole open concept. You can see they've given us new blinds, they've given us new decorations in here. This unit here, what you're looking at right here that I'm sort of scanning up and down on, that is actually a 3-drawered shoe rack. And this area actually used to be where Emily's winter stuff used to be. That used to be where her chalkboard was, and that used to be where her winter clothes were, and the laundry basket and whatnot. Now this is all changed, and they've given us a brand new shoe rack so that Winnie and Emily and myself, with all the shoes that we have combined, will actually go in there, and we'll keep the mess down to a minimum. Now I'm just going to spin this way. Now we're going to come through this way, and what I want to show you here, now first of all, this is huge open concept. Like you can see, I'm going to see if I can get it in the video. This door, all this used to be just a tiny opening. Now what they've actually done is just opened this right up and made the room even bigger than it was before, and it just looks fantastic. Now as we move to the bathroom, you can see the first thing is the toilet, which used to be right where I'm filming, is now gone. And what they've done is they've taken the closet out of Winnie's sewing room, and they actually pushed it back and made that closet a part of the bathroom, and they've put the toilet around the corner, which is fantastic because it gives you actually some privacy even if that door was open when you're going to the washroom. That toilet used to be here, so they've actually just swung it. This corner here, well, that used to be really nothing there. It was just an empty space, but now what they've done is they've moved the sink. The sink used to be here. They've moved it into the corner. And you can see I've got the brand new mirror, which is just absolutely so hard to see in the video, but it's absolutely beautiful. We got the new lighting, the blinds and everything. And then as we spin this way, first of all, we got electrical in this room, which we never had before. We've got proper venting, we've got pod lights, we've got everything up on the ceiling, which we didn't have before. This here is our storage unit for in here. So now instead of having to store towels and you know, toiletries and that sort of thing in the hall closet outside the bathroom, we can actually do it in the bathroom. And here is our brand new shower and bathtub space, which you can see is all beautifully tiled. It's unbelievable. The color in here is just fantastic. Whole brand new tub. Our old tub was ripped right out and taken away, and this is our new tub. Now I'm gonna quickly move to this part of the house, and unfortunately I didn't get this on the before shots, and I should have. This is Winnie's sewing room. And if anybody who's been to our house before knows, Winnie used to have so much junk and crap in here. It was all over the floor, which by the way is beautiful. You can see this floor is going through the whole main part of the house now. And you can see that her room is completely clear. Now I'm purposely holding it down, and I'm going to show you. This is her area here, and she's got some new artwork on the wall. She's got her sewing area, for her sewing machine and whatnot. Here's the blinds, but what you really got to take in this room is how much storage they've given us. Again, these are closets that go top to bottom all the way around the room, and it actually takes up two full walls in this room. Like, Winnie has got so much storage in here now, she could literally open up her own fabric store and probably still have inventory left over. So this is absolutely incredible how much space and how much storage they've given us. Now the final room, which again I didn't record on the before because I had been told that they were not going to be redoing our kitchen. They actually surprised us and actually did redo our kitchen for us. So you can see here they've given us all new flooring in the kitchen. This whole kitchen used to be at one point a blue color, Okay, now what they've done is all these cabinets that are in here are actually the original cabinets that used to be in the kitchen before we had this whole experience done. And what they've done is they've just refinished them and they've put them back in for us. The countertop is brand new. There used to be an old blue kind of crappy countertop in here, and they've actually given us a new backsplash. They've given us a new countertop, a new sink fixture, and everything. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. And then as we go to this side here, you can see this is our old fridge. And I mean, the layout is generally the same as the way the kitchen used to look. It's just all brand new painting and everything. It looks so nice. And then on this side where we used to have, we actually used to have shelves just sort of sticking out from the wall, and then a small shelving unit here. What they've done is they've taken that out for us, and they put in a brand new hutch type shelving unit, and it just looks absolutely amazing. So you can see that they've done just a completely awesome job. And this house, I mean, the difference between this house and the way it used to look, you know, just about 3 weeks ago is just astronomically different. And in fact, when we were talking with Love It or List It, they were saying that this house has probably gone through the most drastic makeovers that they've seen on the show. It's if not the most drastic, then at least one of the most drastic, because they say the difference from when it started to where it ended up is so different. Like if people came into these rooms before and then came in again after, if they hadn't known any better, they wouldn't even realize they were standing in the same house. That's how different it is, and I completely agree with that. I mean, it looks totally different in here. It looks absolutely fantastic. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys get an idea by the looks. You know, we saw the before shots and now we see the after. I mean, it really just doesn't do it justice, but at least it gives you an idea of what it looks like. Alrighty, that's it, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon. Bye now.